I will lead if you haven't seen it yet and don't want to get spoiled. Maybe put this video on mute and watch it like that so I get the view and then figure it out from there. Oh, Nugget, look at you. You ready for the 4th of July, buddy? What is going on, YouTube? Big Red here. Welcome to the vlog. Now, welcome everybody to Big Red's movie reviews. In today's episode, we are going to review F9, Fast 9, whatever the heck they're calling it. There are too many of these movies going on to know what the heck is actually happening. This is your fair warning right now that if you do not want any spoilers to occur for F9, I would say to mute the video and watch it like that, so that way I get the view and you don't get the movie spoiled for you. So let's get right now. First things first, you have to understand what you are getting yourself into here. Fast and the Furious has been kind of outrageous probably since the 5th one, I want to say. 4th one probably, I don't really know because I've only seen bits and pieces of the rest of them. But they are the most outrageous things ever, and you just honestly have to take it for what it is. That's just all I could say on that. Now, the movie starts off in a flashback. Okay, the flashback is to when Dom Toretto was younger and he's with his dad and everything like that. Sadly, his dad passed away in a car crash, which I think we knew about, and the whole thing was... It was kind of weird because I didn't kind of understand the reasoning for it until like after, you know, I guess it kind of clicked in towards the middle of the movie. But to start off like out the gate with that, I didn't understand that. Didn't check out for me. I was not feeling that at all. Now after this little flashback thing in typical Fast and the Furious fashion, they jumped right into all the action. All right, cuts to a scene. Dom and Letty were with the kid, and he's like fixing a tractor or something, and random car pulls up, and you know, Vin Diesel hits the, "Did you call somebody?" And she's like, "No." So they put the kid in like a bomb shelter. All right, and then out of nowhere in this little barn, Dom Toretto's got all these freaking guns and stuff and starts pulling them out, and it was like, I'm like, yo, this is like 3 minutes in and somebody's already coming into Dom's house and trying to trash him up a little bit. All right, so at that point right there, I kind of had a feeling that it was going to be as ridiculous as it was. Now, this little showing led into a mission that they had to do, and they went into crazy cars, all-out shootouts, everybody's getting shot, nothing's happening, nobody's dying, nobody gets hit by any bullets except for all the bad guys, which is like, you know, in this Fast saga, all right, the whole kit and caboodle, these bad guys, man, they have worse aim than stormtroopers. Let me be real about that. So now at this point, this movie was already extremely ridiculous, but it only got more crazy when it was like John Cena enters the room. All right, so now you got Vin Diesel, John Cena, Ludacris, the whole crew in there, and like it was absolutely insane. I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting there watching it and I was like, this is how it's gonna go. It's gonna go. We're in for it now. I was already invested. I was like 45 minutes in. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit here, eat my gummy bears and my cookie dough bites, and take this one for a ride. Not gonna lie, I really do like John Cena. He is pushing so hard to be like The Rock right now, and it is showing because he's taking all these clips, all these, you know, roles and stuff that he wants to do, and really taking kind of like the Rock aspect of it and being like the bad guy in most stuff that he does. I will give him this. He was not that bad in this. He played a very good bad guy. And obviously, like, his physique and stuff really helps him out with this, which is good. But the like, oh man, the fighting scenes and stuff, and you know, they had him like sprawling around on the floor when he's fighting, choking, whatever, you know, doing like his wrestling stuff, which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't that bad. I do have to say one thing. One guy stole the entire movie from me, and I'm gonna get into this right now. Now, the one guy that stole the show, all right, is the one Martin Ford. Now, if you guys don't know who Martin Ford is, you actually definitely do know who he is. All right, he's from across the pond. I believe he's an English feller, and he is probably 6'9". I want to say in the range about 350 pounds, jacked out of his freaking face. All right, and tattoos all up his head and everything like that. So now in F9, he played one of the henchmen for the bad guy. Basically his bodyguard, that was it. Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. Minimal talking roles. Dude doesn't have to talk. His presence alone, okay, makes people scared, and that's exactly what he was there to do. And him and, I think it was John Cena, had a sick fight scene. Alright, obviously he was the bad guy. John Cena kind of turned good, the whole nine, blah, blah, blah. John Cena ends up being Toretto's brother, fuck, the whole nine, whatever. It was crazy. Martin Ford, though, you crushed it. Absolutely killed it, man. I really like you as an actor in all your movies. I mean, I know you basically just play like the biggest, baddest dude out there, and that's kind of perfect because that's what you are. If you're watching this, all right, you want to come over, catch a chest pump, something like that, let me know. We could bang out arms together. I'm in. I'm down. I'm down. So now, just to wrap up F9. Turns out, right, John Cena's in it. Turns out to be Toretto's brother. Toretto thinks he killed his dad because his dad died in a car accident. His brother was like the mechanic of the car that blew up. So he turns into kind of the same sort of spy that Toretto is and does the same thing, but for bad guys, and tries to take over. Basically, he's trying to take over the world. That's what's happening. They go on this mission to try and stop Toretto's brother, Jacob, and it was absurd. They start using magnets. There was no like bullets or rockets or stuff anymore. They shoot cars across the streets with magnets. They attack cars with magnets. Unreal stuff. I don't know. It was absolutely crazy. Turns out the guy that John Cena worked for turns against him. Blah blah blah. John Cena then turns to the good side, kinda. Well, really, just to get back to this guy. All right, gets in a huge fight with Ford. Martin Ford, sick fight scene, absolutely dope. Now, what they did was they had this thing that was going to shoot up to a satellite so they could take over like all weapon controls across the world. Here's where I kind of lost it with this movie, and I think everybody will agree with me on this one. Now, at the end of the movie, Ludacris and Tyrese, I can't remember their names right now, get into this absolutely redneck spaceship. Okay, it is a car that these guys basically turned into spaceships. They put them in scuba suits, okay, to send them up into space to shut down the satellite that they were going to use to take over the weapons, transmissions, and stuff. Now, I got it, you know. If they were to hijack like a SpaceX plane or something, like that would have been more, I would have liked that a little better. But what they did was that they put them in like this, it was like the Back to the Future car, all right, with a rocket on the back, like a spaceship rocket, put them on an airplane, took the airplane up to like 65, 70,000 feet, dumped this car off, let it take off, flew them into space. Now, these guys were in space in a car that was sealed with basically duct tape to destroy the satellite that was there. Now, what they brought up was those magnets I was talking about to try and destroy it. Magnets didn't work in space, so they had to hit the thruster and fly through the satellite. This part of the movie I almost lost it for, all right? Yes, it was cool because it was crazy, but come on now. This goes back to where I started, saying how you got to take this movie for what it is. And listen, long story short, all right, obviously Toretto and the crew saved the day. It's what they do. They wouldn't make the movie if they were going to lose. Let's be real. Do I recommend the movie? I recommend the movie if you're sitting at home and it's on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. That's where I recommend the movie. I went to see it like the day it came out, just because I like the hype of things like that. It was good. You know what? I enjoyed it. And to be honest, I think I enjoyed it more because it was nice to be back in a movie theater, sitting there, eating snacks, recliners, because every movie theater has recliners now. I like it like that. So my final thoughts on this: F9 was probably the most ridiculous 2.5 hours I've ever spent in a movie theater, and I did not hate the movie. Take that for what it is. I know this review was all over the place. The movie was all over the place, so therefore the review deserved to be all over the place as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If this was a little rushed, because I am absolutely cramped for time. As you see, it's 4th of July right now. I got all the gear on, and trying to go out and have a good time off camera, just because that's what I'm trying to do a little bit more recently. So I hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications, all that jazz. Follow me on Instagram at BigRedStrong, at BigRedReacts on TikTok. The reaction format is not working out for me, so I'm really trying to work on that, because I think that's what you guys will like better. Not better, but more just a different form of content you guys could watch as well. So please do that. Go out. Great. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July. I really do. Joey Chestnut took home the gold again, obviously, because the boy can't lose. That is what it is. So go out. Have a great night. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow for your wacky weekend update. And yeah, so that's it.